Hello, everyone. Um, I'm Lisa Sun from Australia. Thanks to Tom's Polytechnic University for inviting me as a plenary speaker. Today, I would like to present a speech on technology as an enabler for online and offline education. Let's go through what I'm going to talk today. I will go through an introduction first, then we touch on education trends and flexibility. Then we look into ways to use technology, tools, and methods effectively. Then we look into whether we should go online or offline education and the implications, conclusion, and future direction. We all know that education technology is used in a lot of different education setups. In fact, it is all over the world. Everyone uses it nowadays. Let's have a look at three different terms that we have to go through so that we are all seeing things the same way. You know, we put everyone on the same page and looking at things at the same frequency. Now, offline education, when I discuss offline here, I mean the kind of traditional face-to-face classroom education. When I talk about online education, it is not so much on you see the people around, that sort of thing, face-to-face, but you see them online. For example, education has moved online when teachers offer their students classes, class lectures, and also go through some discussion or online. You see everyone like a video screen, you see them. Of course, making use of technology devices and of course go through internet and the data transmission, and that online education happens. Now, if you combine the two, that will give us another term here. That's the online and offline education. So that is another way of life we go these days. So we go to the uni doing online and offline education. Now, let me quickly go through what education technology is all about. It is well adopted everywhere, whether it is schools, colleges, institutions, or in universities. Particularly, it is actually well adopted in education area like technology, those universities and colleges. Now, education technology software applications, it definitely help staff and students to achieve a lot in classroom activities, especially when these days the education technologies are actually online. But I just want to touch on once it's online, students can still do it offline. What you have to do is download all the material, get it ready, and then when you go home, you can still continue what you do in uni back home. Of course, with the computer that you have at home, in whatever format, whether it's PC or iPad or whatever it is, or even smartphone, you can still continue your study on offline. Now, staff and students can actually communicate. When I say staff, I'm talking about the teaching staff. We can communicate and also interact face-to-face in the classroom or also online these days. Now, with the university subject website, you notice that a lot of materials are shared there. We share materials, we share lecture slides, we share the lecture video recordings, we share tutorial notes, assignments, information, assignments, assistance kind of information. We have a lot of class interaction to help in clearing learning doubts, assignments, questions, a lot of communications going on, even group work, a discussion for group assignments go on there. With technology, we use it online, we use it offline these days. We also used it for online and offline kind of situation. Now, the next slides. Okay. With online offline education going on, you notice that that I want to relate it back to the trends, how we go on like this, and also the flexibility. In the past, a lot of great-grandparents or grandparents or even father, parents generation, mother's generation, they go on campus. But the younger generation these days, they can choose to go on campus or off campus or one of them, or they do online or offline study or mixed mode. Mixed mode is just the enrollment patterns when students actually do it, some subjects on campus, some of them online. And of course, you can go online, offline. Meaning you bring your computer, you go to the classroom, you can, especially technology people or technology students, they do their programming subject or something on campus, and then you can continue the same programming assignment and do it back home. So that is very much online, offline. Now, teaching methods have changed from pedagogy, teaching people, like treating everyone like children without knowledge and just teach like that, or andragogy, when you notice some has already had some work experience, they are mature student, they have life experience as well. They know how to discipline themselves. They can actually plan and also carry out the teaching tasks, or the learning tasks well. They know what teaching people have told them. By using the advice, they just achieve more and do more. So andragogy is a different teaching pattern these days too. Students are actually very different people. Because of that, the enrollment patterns can go full-time or part-time kind of studies. It all depends on the workload. If they are working full-time, then they will do part-time study. And also depends on whether they have shift work or they having some disability. Some of them have housewife responsibility like housework to do. Some of them are actually shift worker or long distance kind of worker, that they have to travel from one place to another. So because of all that, everyone enroll in very different patterns. But the trend is moving on from people who cannot do full-time study, they all do it part-time and after office hours. Now let's have a look at the flexibility given to students this day. Because people are situated differently, the location-wise, it may be a very long distance to the uni, or they are at a very different time zone, so people can actually enroll as distance students. Then they use different types of computers, like in the format of PC or desktop PC or laptops, or iPad or these tablets, iPhone, smartphone, something, and they can still watch the university lecture videos, for example. They can still open up the PDF file or the email and see things like that. Now, education preference has changed as well. People may like, most of them may like face-to-face, but there are people who also can accept and go for online. So there are online type of people as well who don't mind either one. And also when it comes to individual work or group work, people have very different preference too. Some like to do individual work alone. It can be just seeing the teacher and do it there. But they can actually do it themselves while using online stuff, or they do it online, offline in combination. But for group work, I think most members would like to see each other face to face, especially if it's those first year students. But when it comes to students who have more experience and know the group mates already well enough, they go online. They can just chat at home. All of them are, maybe one is in the office, one is in the cafeteria somewhere. Then they all chat together. Now, online access frequency has changed. All depends on your access pattern. For the subject website that the university students like to do is sometimes they do regular access, meaning every week you just download what you have, access it to read what you have to do for that week, and you do your work that week. But some students actually do random one. It's just randomly come in and they access certain thing. I have one particular special case. A student actually come in week one morning, day one, he just download all the things from the week one to the last week in the term, whatever material, he just download all of them and he start reading. So week two, he can start asking, the week assignment one question. Then in 4 or 5, you see him asking, he has completed assignment one, obviously, and he asks assignment two question. They are very different people, students are very different people. Now, there's random access, and there are some people who do purposeful access. For example, just to prepare the assignment one, they download all the related lectures like and tutorial material for the assignment one. Then they tackle the assignment one, and if they have a question, they ask the teacher. Of course, there are other access patterns, but what I want to emphasize here is that teachers have to be able to upload all the full term material before the term start in order for students to access it more with different kind of patterns, access patterns. Now, I want to touch on ways to use technology, the tools related to the technology, and also the methods using it well. To use it effectively, let's go through. First of all, we must be the person who have been using the university technology, and also by saying that you use the technology, you really access it and download all the material into the related technology as well, into your own PC, into your Dropbox, which is an internet-based technology. You can put it into your laptop or personal storage device. You may have a data bank of 2 terabytes or whatever, just put it there so you can reduce it when you do your offline study. So whenever the university technology go down, you have the backup. You can already have the ready materials to go through. Then students who do collaboration work can use Skype, Google Drive, Google Doc, other than what the university provide. If you like, it's just flexible. It's a flexibility to let you move on to something that you can save it just in case. Of course, you can still put one copy into the university virtual drive, but as a second backup, you put it into Google Drive as well. See, you have the advantage. If one copy fail, you have a second copy to back you up. Students can communicate through emails, forums, chat rooms, bloggers, wikis, or somewhere. I also use to tell my students for group works, if all of your smartphone have Skype, everyone turn on your Skype. If you have WhatsApp, use WhatsApp or something else. Because the group members can easily make a video call to the others and organize a video conference, and then everyone just talk about the assignment together, even though you don't see each other face to face. So that's why it's so we must use technology effectively so they help us to do our learning and teaching better. Now, there are also important things that I need to provide here just to remind students. You have to adopt, staff and student, both parties have to adopt the education technology by really supporting this kind of education that go online and offline way, so that you learn all the advanced features, the latest technologies. Then it can help you deliver the class lectures or tutorials well. We communicate well. We allow interactions among all group members or all class students and class students with teachers and all that sort of thing. And also importantly, students will always welcome our help on assignment, on all the assessments. So now, which way should we go? Should we go online or offline education, or both of them should happen? I would say with the latest technology, it is really allowing us to do both online and offline. So more and more advanced education technologies, the features and all that really help us a lot. Technology actually improve our life, allowing better interaction and communication, whether we are in the same location or it's very far apart, and also time zone differences as well. Now, I would like to talk about better technology devices help a lot as well. So we must own one of these. We must have laptop or tablet or some kind of mobile phones. They all help. In fact, it's good to have two or more to if you have. That helps you for convenience and flexibility of our studies. It's good to have some. Now, I want to also tell everyone that data analytics is actually one way that we analyze things and help students. The university would like to do education analytics in order to find out who are the students who need help. For example, the disabled student, so that we give them disabled people access, so that we help the poorer students by giving them some study loan or scholarship or something like that. So we understand that students are weak in certain subject, then we have to strengthen them in that subject or something so that they pass the prerequisite to move on to some other more advanced subjects. Those are done by the education analytics. And of course, we can also offer some online assistance to the student. For example, the student planner put into the student account. Whenever they access their own student account, they start seeing the student planner. They can actually start planning their 4-year degree, how they do, or for the postgrad student, what do they do, in order to do well as well. That is what they do. They plan their study from year 1, year 2, year 3, and they can change the subjects in there in any year when they think that they have to. Now, COVID made the teaching pattern change. Teaching and learning has changed due to social distancing restriction. Now, that moved people, changed them from the online class, the classroom, the traditional classroom, into online classes. So then, having changed that, the education moved on. It can continue. So what I want to say is that because they move people, there are some kind of challenges. With the online classes, student can turn off the video, or they just show that even when you see the picture, you can't see whether they have doubts and all that sort of thing. Not like when you are in a real face-to-face classroom. If they frown or something like that, you start knowing that someone is not coping or not understanding the lesson. So you will have less teacher attention to individual students in the kind of online classes. So my message here is we have to encourage everyone to talk and tell each other, to be honest. If you need help, just send a message to the forum or chat room, ask people around. You can use Zoom, email, or any interaction kind of tools. They are better used here to ask for help. And also for the teachers, it's good to motivate the students by using any of those tools as well to let them know, remind them assignment is due. If you conduct a consultation hour, just send it to them and tell them I have a consultation hour, which day and what time. If you have assignment problem, come and help. Come and ask for help, what day and time, things like that. So this motivation, encouragement messages will actually put the learner on the right track, and so that everyone has good work progress. Now, implication of using technology. Technology has very good functionalities, and they're capable to help us in many ways. It helps us transmit our data from one end to another end at higher speed, better speed this day as compared to in the past. The availability and affordability is there too. The laptop has gone down in prices. We have the speed of transmission and the speed of processing speed as well. That is much better, higher. Even the data quality, the pictures, the graphics pictures are higher. And also people have a choice of their technology that they want to use. When it comes to the shape, the color, the size, the features, and also a lot of other versatility of the machine or PC, Mac or whatever, mobile phone or the tablet. iPad or whatever. So always learn all the latest technologies and also learn the features of the latest technology. That will improve our learning and teaching. Now, what do we do next with education? We still have to keep learning. Imagine we are the users here of the technology. These are the educational technology that help us. Of course, you can put the iPad or other things too, the smartphone here too. We use technology and we must use it well. We need to use it effectively so that we will improve our learning and teaching outcome and when we enjoy it too. So in conclusion, technology is an enabler for our learning and teaching. It definitely enables us to interact and do our assignment, do everything well, deliver our class well. We need to know how so that we can do it well together. So together we improve the work better. Now, technology facilitates both the online and offline education. Definitely online and offline learning will happen if we use the technology effectively. And of course, the teachers and learners need to make use of the technology all the time by learning the advanced features, the latest features, any features that help us. To adopt new technology in education is always the way to go. So every new version that come out, please learn the new features. Now, what is the future direction? There will be more and more advanced features in the education technology in the future. And there will be more advanced education analytics that comes to help us. So it will improve our learning and teaching. You guys have questions? Please ask.